beautiful, for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, His grace uncrown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
You are strangely quiet, Mr. Madison.
Judge Wilson and Dr. Franklin are correct. No one could be more disappointed than myself that the convention has chosen what to me seems an unjust system. This great compromise has created a new kind of nation, one such as I had never considered. Its national government is strong and sovereign, but it has states which are also strong, separate states, but a united people. It is neither man nor horse, but like the centaur, half of each. I don't know whether such a creature can survive in the rough and tumble of the world, but I am willing to make the hazard. I am for the compromise. I am for the United States of America. When the compromise report of the Grand Committee was approved, the key issue of the convention was decided. During the next 8 hot, humid weeks, the House debated, amended, and approved the other resolutions of the Virginia Plan in General Assembly. A committee of style refined the language of the new Constitution. I am especially fond of the preamble, not we the states, but we the people. This shows to all the world that in America, the people will govern.
This body is now ready to vote in General Assembly. Major Jackson will now read the final draft of the Constitution of the United States.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Article 1, Section 1. All legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in a Congress of the United States, which shall consist of a Senate and House of Representatives. The House of Representatives shall be composed of members chosen to such imminent danger as will not admit of delay. The executive power shall be vested in the President of the United States of America. He shall hold his office during a term of 4 years, and together with the Vice President misdemeanors. The judicial power of the United States shall be vested in one Supreme Court, and in such inferior courts as the Congress may from time to time not be convened against domestic violence. The Congress, whenever 2/3 of both houses shall deem it necessary, shall propose amendments to this Constitution, or on the application of the legislature of 2/3 of the several states, which shall be made under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land. The senators and representatives before mentioned found by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution, but no religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office or public trust under the United States. The ratification of the conventions of 9 states shall be sufficient for the establishment of this Constitution before the states so done in convention by the unanimous consent of the states present, the 17th day of September in the year of our Lord, 1787, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 12th.
Thank you, Major General.
Mr. President,
Dr. Franklin.
I confess there are parts of this Constitution I do not yet approve. But I am not sure I shall never approve of them. Because the older I grow, the more I doubt my own judgment and pay attention to the judgment of others. When you get together a group of men to take advantage of their wisdom, of course you get all their passions and their prejudices, their errors and their selfish views. Can a perfect production be expected from this? I am astonished to find it approaching so near perfection as it does. Yes, gentlemen, yes, I consent to this Constitution. And I urge all others to do so. Because I expect none better. And I'm not sure it is not the best.
Thank you, Dr. Franklin. We will now vote on whether or not to accept the Constitution. Gentlemen, this vote will be binding. New Hampshire.
Aye.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts votes aye.
Connecticut.
President, Connecticut is pleased with the compromises of this body. She votes aye.
New Jersey.
Aye.
Pennsylvania.
Aye.
Delaware.
Aye.
Maryland.
Aye.
Virginia.
Virginia votes aye. Colonel Mason is accepted.
Colonel Mason?
Mr. President, I have been wrestling with myself the last several days, and I feel duty-bound to say that I would sooner chop off my right hand than put it to the Constitution as it now stands.
But why?
There's no Declaration of Rights in this document.
This comes very late, sir, when we are on the verge of concluding our business. If you feel so strongly on this point, sir, why did you not mention it sooner?
I feel that such a bill could be prepared in a few hours.
Mr. President,
Mr. Sherman of Connecticut.
we don't need a Bill of Rights in the Constitution because all the states have already got one.
Mr. Sherman is correct. We have written this Constitution with the express intent of protecting the people from...
Nevertheless, generations of Americans yet unborn will look back to us for protection of their rights. We must not fail them.
Thank you, Colonel. The convention appreciates your candor. I express my personal regret, sir, that you cannot find yourself a friend to this document.
Mr. President, I also accept myself.
But you presented the Virginia plan, sir.
I have many reservations as to the form in which it has been cast. I know I am taking a step which may be the most awful of my life, but it is dictated by my conscience.
Your exception is noted, sir. Well, gentlemen, shall we proceed with the roll call? North Carolina.
North Carolina votes aye.
South Carolina.
Aye.
Georgia.
Aye.
Unanimously, 11 states to none, this convention has, on this day, September 17th, 1787, voted to accept as its ruling document the Constitution of the United States.
Mr. President,
Mr. Hamilton.
though I am unable to vote on the motion,
I will sign the Constitution so that New York may be represented on so important a document. If I might be allowed that honor.
Indeed you may, sir. Well, gentlemen, what remains for us to do is sign. This is for me a great moment. I've prayed for it, and I will continue to pray for the success of this document, for I believe it to be the hope of this country.